Testing.
Okay.
Oh, goody, here we go. As you are, you're welcome here. Visitor, friend, or longtime member, you're welcome here. With little children, or your partner, or alone, we joyfully welcome you here. You're welcome here as believer or doubter, as joiner or loner. You're welcome here. Feeling a part of us or not, full of energy or not, seeking a vision or a rest. You're welcome to join us as you are. We acknowledge we're in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish, Nez Perce, Blackfeet, and Anishinaabe, people who shared in the Helena Valley as hunting grounds. The indigenous story of the Helena Valley began long before the arrival of Europeans. We honor those who walked here before us. We honor the path they have shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. We strive for justice and fair relations with their descendants. Okay, now we're going to have the chalice lighting, and Sam is going to help us. Thank you, Sam. We say this all together, we read it from the bulletin. Come into the circle of love and justice. Come into the community of mercy, holiness, and health. Come and you'll know peace and joy. Please stand if you're able for Spirit of Life, page 123 in this blue book. What do you call it? Black? We're Unitarians, we can discuss anything, right? Go ahead with the intro.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
I'm helping the kids this morning. I'm Cheryl Bouvier, and I had this book in my office, loaned it out to somebody, don't have it anymore, so I'm really thankful to Catherine for downloading and figuring it out. But it's about bucket dippers and bucket fillers, and I thought it went together well with Charlotte's topic this morning. So the kids and I are going to be talking about how to be kind to ourselves and each other, and then we're going to play some games. So if the kids want to come up, I'd rather sit with y'all than have you stay there. So everybody can see it, but if you want to, come on up here and I'll sit with you. You can either way. Thank you for coming. I'm going to turn around and look so you can all see.
Have You Filled a Bucket Today? By Carol McLeod, illustrated by David Messing. This book is read with permission from bucket fillers. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full. And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you.
peace and love go with you. Learn and grow, learn and grow.
Thank you for your gifts this day and for all the gifts of action that make this community possible. If you're visiting, please remain our guest. Your presence is your gift to us.
Thank you for your loving hands, your loving heart, your loving ways. Thank you for the gifts you bring into the world each day. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember us who love you well. We know all the gifts you bring into the world each day. So thank you for your loving hands, your loving heart, your loving ways. Thank you for the gifts you bring into the world each day.
Now we're going to turn to page 706 in the blue, black, or gray book. And the way this works, 706, excuse me until I find it. Okay, we will read this all together. All there? May the light around us guide our footsteps and hold us fast to the best and most righteous that we seek. May the darkness around us nurture our dreams and give us rest so that we may give ourselves to the work of our world. Seek to remember the wholeness of our lives, the weaving of light and shadow in this great and astonishing dance in which we move. Now we're going to turn to page 286 in the same book. Karen is our cantor. Thank you. Stand if you're able.
You'll hear the whole thing.
I don't think we've done this before, but I think we'll catch it.
A core of silence breathes beyond all words, or else the words have little worth. To heart or soul or spirit it comes forth. The words we name them matter not, and half the music lies within the pause than ink, unless the white and black both speak. The true religion gathers up its text. In the beginning was the Word, but I seek quietness behind that start, and name it nothing much less God.
Thank you. We could have a whole day's discussion on this hymn, I think. Okay, hallelujah. My printer's not working, so we're going to read off of this today. I'm Charlotte, and I'm going to talk about Fill Your Cup, helping with spirituality. As a peace dance leader, I often lead a dance called Fill Your Cup. I'm not a singer, but this is how it goes. Fill your cup, drink it up, la, la, la. Fill your cup, drink it up, ya, la, la. I feel that many of us need our cups or buckets filled up right now. This past month, I've been asking friends what gives them strength. Mainly because personally, I'm feeling drained right now. This led to asking friends what feeds them spiritually. And that's what I'm asking you to think about today. What does your spirit need? Let's start simply. What do you do to quiet and guide yourself? Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, please. I feel that this time in history we are bombarded with news, and Unitarian Universalists as a whole tend to live in our minds, which is a good thing. We need to pay attention to what is happening to this world. Still, I'm reminded of a Prairie Home Companion joke about Unitarians. A couple of Unitarian Universalists are walking down the road when they come to a left fork or right fork. One road has a sign that says, "To God," and the other has a sign that says, "To a discussion of God." Which do you think you chose? To a discussion of God, of course. I love this because I understand it. In a discussion of God, I use my mind, which I sometimes trust more than faith. I have serious issues with blind belief or unquestioned faith, the road to God that many people do take. Nonetheless, I also think to be fully spiritual, we need to escape the limits of our minds and ask our hearts to join in. What is spirituality? There are 1,000 definitions. These are questions I like. What helps you connect to a power or powers outside yourself? What elevates your soul? What makes you part of the greater picture? Of course, I've got a quote now. We always have to have a quote. Spirituality is deeply personal, explains Jeanette Schneider, a self-help expert. It isn't a class, a church group, or a belief system. It is a moment's, excuse me. I have to go this way, I can't go that way, okay. It is the moments when you are quiet, reflective, and intentional that you become your own teacher and guide. And it is in those moments that you commune with your own higher power and answers become clear. I had a terrific time on the internet researching this. Everyone claims spirituality and religion make us healthier people. So I went first to my favorite healthcare sources. The ones I looked at, to my surprise, all had departments of spirituality, which mostly consist of trained hospital chaplains. But they didn't stop there. For example, the University of Washington has an aptly named health blog called Right as Rain. The Mayo Clinic has many pages. One of my favorite Mayo pages was on their site, and it's called Cultivating Spirituality. They have reflect, allow for struggle. That's one I don't think of very often. Allow for struggle, find beauty, connect, seek help. The Cleveland Clinic also has a list. These can include therapies which are often considered woo-woo: massage, reflexology, Reiki, aromatherapy, guided imagery, relaxation exercises, and yoga. I find these all very calming. To me, these also make perfect sense because of what we know about the placebo effect. What is perceived to be true is true in its consequences. Not that any of these will help us walk on water or protect us from death. Johns Hopkins Hospital was founded by a Quaker. He also understood the effect spirituality has upon health. He said this, quote, "It is my especial request the influence of religion shall be felt in and impressed upon the whole management of the hospital. But I desire nonetheless that the administration of the charity shall be undisturbed by sectarian influence, discipline, or control." It's 1873. To me, this sounds like he's talking about spirituality and not religion. I am constantly trying to bring the sacred into my own life. So for yourself, what do you think helps you connect spiritually? So I'm going to talk about a few options. Many of these, of course, you've heard. As I do, please think if each topic works for you, or if this is something you might want to add to your wish list. So I'm grouping these suggestions. Under the category of mindfulness, meditation, yoga, guided imagery, prayer, journaling. Now here I'm going to add a mindfulness practice that is not usually discussed in Western society. This is misogi, the Japanese ritual of pushing oneself to the limits in order to purify the body, mind, and spirit. Think of New Year's Day ice plunges, or hard physical work, or pilgrimages, or the penances meted out by Catholic priests, the Mexican farmer who crawls on his knees up to the altar for communion. Another example of this is the chop wood, carry water challenge of everyday life. We all have to do our chores every day. Before enlightenment, we chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, we chop wood and carry water. As an example, I don't like washing dishes, but it helps if I think of it as a spiritual practice. Is there a daily challenge you might want to reframe as spirituality? Under the category of emotional characteristics, self-awareness, gratitude, patience. There is forgiveness, but that's also another hard one for me. I personally have Irish Alzheimer's, and that's when you forget everything except the grudges. Okay. Laughter is another one. Going in another direction, the Stoics believe that a wise person ruled their emotions and not vice versa. They accepted their anger and astonishment and disbelief and continued to live their lives according to their own standards. Under the category of health, we have massage, Reiki, relaxation exercises, regular exercise, good food. Beauty is another category I really like. Jennifer Thompson taught me how to make a spiritual practice of beauty, how to have a deeper appreciation of it. She suggested that I surround myself with simple items of beauty and appreciate them every day. I now take care with a glass mug for my morning tea. I love how the sunshine lights it up. I love the color of the tea. I eat out of my favorite bowl left to me by my sister. I choose spoons that I like, not just what is on hand. I put pictures on my walls that lift my spirit. This seems so simple, yet I never paid attention to the beauty right in front of me. I just, especially that which I have control over. A few friends suggested that creativity can be a spiritual practice, whether we throw up clay or sew quilts or build something. My brother Bill used his woodworking shop to make small hearts out of wood that he shared with family and strangers. That was his practice. There are other ways to creativity. I dance. I enjoy art created by others. Thank you, Katie. I enjoy the beauty of ritual. Also, we find beauty and transcendence in music. Thank you, Judy and Mackenzie and Cheryl and Karen. Thank you so much. Under the heading of service to others, I think you do a good job. Personally, I could use some work here. It's hard for me to know what others want and to go out of my way for them. But as a group, I think we do really well. Community. I think this church works hard at community. Areas of improvement I see are being more welcoming to others. And I hope after this you guys all say hi to my friend Becky back there. I don't think she's been here before. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. It's hard here. Personally, I could use some work here, okay. Again, under the category of nature, I think most of us already have a strong appreciation of our mountains, forests, flowing water, and animals. So I'm back to community now. Okay, another way I think we can improve ourselves is thinking before we express our strong opinions. We are also, as a church, we are individuals of people with strong opinions. Personally, I feel welcomed here and accepted and included. So thanks to all of you, each and every one of you. In regards to community, neuroscience is studying how we react to each other. One hypothesis is that mirror neurons lead us to empathy. These are the little spaces in your brain that not only fire when you're doing an activity, but also fire when you see someone else doing it. For example, you cry, I cry. You laugh, I laugh. Our brains are wired to connect with each other. Many mirror neurons will be firing during the ball game this afternoon. Any person who has played football will watch the players and have a similar inner neural reaction. When everybody cheers, we cheer. I'm not saying that the Super Bowl is spiritual. I am saying that when millions of people have the same neural reaction, it's magic. Anybody that's gone to a football game probably understands this pretty well. I want to go back to the beginning of my talk to finish up. The song starts, "Fill your cup, drink it up." I didn't tell you the last line, which is the one that clinches it for me. So here I'm going to go through the rest. Fill your cup, drink it up, ya Allah, Allah. Fill your cup, drink it up, ya Allah, Allah. Ram, 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 ram. Fish in the water's not thirsty. Fish in the water isn't thirsty. Fish probably don't realize they're surrounded by, in swimming, what they need most. They just accept it. I suspect they don't even think about it. And that's what I'd like to send you home with. We all can work on what feeds us spiritually, but what if, just what if, we're already surrounded by what we need spiritually? We're surrounded by community, creativity, nature, a sense of purpose, and awe of the cosmos. It's already all around us. What if we just need to be more aware of it? Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to have a minute of silent meditation. Would anyone like to share one or two words about what helps them find their spirituality or their quiet, calm center, or just any reflections at all?
Thanks a lot. I think you did a really good job on a beautiful subject. And you have inspired me to try to find spirituality in exercise. Also, can we send that book to the White House?
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna, oh, you have something, Janice?
Oh, you mentioned Irish. Last week when we were talking about love in our small ministry groups, it was the Germans. And so I guess if we reflect upon our past and our history and all of the people around us all the time, it also helps us focus on the positive pieces of spirituality.
Yes, that connection is so important.
Well, this is kind of a flip the switch, I think, on what you're saying about, I have a lot of quiet meditative activities. I mean, it's the nature of my work that it's reflective and pretty much on my own, writing or making art. So after the election, my despair made me think about, oh, let's just move someplace blue. Let's go to either California or Oregon or Washington. Let's just get out of this red state where it's permeated everything. But so that's unrealistic. to move. And so what I've been trying to do to restore my sense of balance is saying yes to social activities, which isn't my first inclination. So, okay, we'll go to the music teacher's concert last night. The night before we went to the reading, where, by the way, Gemma did an amazing reading. And, it's just, so I'm doing way more of that, and it's helping me shift my perspective and feel that I am actually surrounded by people with conscience and ethics. And you all are in that category. So here I am today.
Anyone else? Okay.
Thanks, Karen. Okay, now we have a hymn. Oh, no, we're going to do Passing the Peace. And Cheryl's going to play a little bit of this. This is one of those rituals of the Catholic Church that for some reason touches my heart. And we're not going to start this as a practice, but I thought we'd do it today. All you do is turn to all the people around you, and you take each one by the hand and say, peace to you. And if you don't want to touch them, use the old fist bump if you want. But try to get as many people in the next minute to say peace to, okay? Passing of the peace. Okay, I think that's our minute. That music goes along with our insert in the very center. We couldn't find this in our hymn books, but I happen to like it. I think the tune is familiar to many people.
Come and find the quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we can see all the things that really matter. Be at peace and simply be. Silence is a friend who claims us, cools the heat and slows the pace. God it is who speaks and names us, knows our being, touches base, making space within our thinking, lifting shades to show the sun, raising courage when we're shrinking, finding scope for faith begun. In the Spirit, let us travel, open to each other's pain. Let our loves and fears unravel, celebrate the space we gain. There's a place for deepest dreaming. There's a time for
In the Spirit's lively scheming, there is always room to spare. Now we're going to extinguish the challenge, and we'll do the chalice, and we'll do the Celtic blessing together. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the infinite peace to you. That ends our YouTube, and now we're going to share private joys and